This has massive implications for the New England Patriots as a new report reveals some major injury updates on some key players heading into their Sunday Night Football contest against the Buffalo Bills. We'll get you all the latest right here, right now on Patriots Digest. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in to today's show. Before we get going, notice that 87.6% of you who watch these videos, you're not subscribing. What are you waiting for? I don't know if it's commitment issues. I don't know if you don't like the Patriots. If you do, then you're going to like this channel. I promise you. We got coverage of the New England Patriots through the 2025 into 2026 season, of course, and of all in between. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's 100% free. Got an injury report today to talk about and some unfortunate news, let's say, around it. So the big one is at the top of your screen. That's going to be Milton Williams, who did not practice today with an ankle injury after being limited in yesterday's practice. Good news, though, Kayvon Chason, after not participating yesterday, was limited today with a knee injury. Carlton Davis III was not out there due to illness. He was limited in practice today, was limited in practice today because of illness. He was out there yesterday. Jalen Hawkins, who did not practice yesterday, he was limited today. Marte Mapu, he was full participant yesterday, limited today. And then full participants for Christian Barrymore. It was more of a rest for Barrymore than anything else. And then Will Campbell and Mike Owinu, shoulders injuries, both full practices both days. Jelani Tavai, he got that calf injury, linebacker. He was full participant 2 days in a row. And then Jared Wilson, happy to see him back as a full participant. Would love to see him and Campbell out there along with Mike Owinu. It would be a very good offensive line set. But the big name at the top I want to talk about here is going to be, of course, Milton Williams. Mark Daniels had the report today. Not great news. Milton Williams isn't at practice today. He was on the practice report with an ankle injury yesterday. Makes you wonder if the injury happened in practice. This will be a big thing to watch tomorrow. Good news, though, Jalen Hawkins and Kayvon Chason returned to practice. Milton Williams has been a fantastic piece for this Patriots defense and has arguably been one of the biggest, if not the biggest, grab in the offseason for the New England Patriots. You look at his PFF grades, a 66.7 overall grade is, upper level for sure. That ranks him 53rd out of 179 interior defensive linemen. Snap count, I don't really look too much at that because he's playing a lot. But the big one that I like, 11 pressures this season. That ranks 14th out of 179 defensive interior linemen. If the Patriots are unable to have Milton Williams going into a game against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night, that creates for a major, major problem when trying to build off that Carolina Panthers shellacking this past Sunday. And I think in a lot of ways, maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not. I really do think the Patriots kind of turned the corner this past week against the Carolina Panthers. I think that this is the team that we can expect to see. Mike Vrable talked about it. Media analysts are talking about it, saying that the Patriots are on the up and up, but not having a key guy on your defensive line, that really shakes up what you believe, at least for this upcoming week. Good news is we had tweets across, like I said, but we also had a follow-up tweet from Ian Rappaport. It does not sound like it is a significant injury for Milton Williams. Now, that does not mean that he's going to 100% play this week, and that does not mean that he is good to go and will be full participant tomorrow. It just means it sounds like it's not going to be something that'll keep him out for more than a week, if it does keep him out this week. If you're asking me right now from what I'm hearing in Patriots practice and around the league, I would have to expect he will be available on Sunday, but I don't think it'll be in his full capacity. I think they're going to limit him on snaps. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that this injury is not as bad as it's seeming, at least for this week, because I think that if we go back to this tweet, he makes a good point, Mark Daniels does, that he popped up yesterday on the injury report and then did not practice today. It really makes you think that that injury happened during practice in yesterday's session. Tomorrow is going to be a big key to look out and see what exactly we're going to look at for Milton Williams. And he's been spectacular. 2 sacks against the Miami Dolphins. That was his big game, but overall just been a competitive force. And that's why I wanted to have his PFF stats up there, because you look at these stats, especially for a defensive lineman, they're okay, they're good, but the 11 pressures is such a huge thing and something that you don't get in a lot of people around the league. And when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, and listen, I am a big Drake Maye fan, I'm a big football fan, and I can understand that. In my opinion, I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the National Football League as we stand right now. I want to get pressure on him. I want to make him feel uncomfortable. I want him to have to get outside of the pocket, because that's a huge thing. If you let him sit in there, he is going to be great. Milton Williams would have been able, hopefully will still be able to get back there and pressure him, but it does not look in the greatest part right there. Going back to the injury report, couple other guys I want to talk about. Kayvon Chason, a good news to have him at a limited participant. He actually has some really good stats over his first 4 games with the Patriots here this season. He has a sack, or at least partial sack, in 3 out of the 4 games that he has played in. 1 against Carolina, 1 against Miami, a half sack against Las Vegas. If you want to look at it this way, every time Kayvon Chason gets a full sack, the Patriots have won. So something to note. But he's been spectacular. I really do like what we've seen from him. Obviously, he's had a pretty decent career in his own right. Hopefully, he can continue to play well, and that injury won't be nagging him too much. Another thing that I want to talk about is Jalen Hawkins. Now, I want to preface this by saying Christian Gonzalez makes this secondary so much better. I know it's the Carolina Panthers. I know they don't have the greatest receivers. I know their offensive line is great, and it seems like Bryce Young has given up. But I still do believe that it is a very big difference when you look at this secondary and having Christian Gonzalez versus when you don't. Jalen Hawkins, though, was holding a lot of this secondary together along with Carlton Davis before Gonzalez came back. And then even in the Carolina Panthers game, Hawkins looked fantastic again. I think arguably he's been one of the better safeties in a lot of different lights. So I really do think that that's a lot to go off of. And, if you look at his stats here for the first 4 games, 5 tackles in the first week, 8 tackles against Miami, 3 tackles against Pittsburgh, 4 against Carolina. He's been able to do a lot of different things and a lot of really good things for the New England Patriots in so many different facets. So I really would be remiss to say that there wouldn't miss him. But if you talk about the big piece, it's definitely Milton Williams, because this was a couple weeks ago, so mind you, but if you go through the first 2 games, then Milton Williams had 2 sacks, 9 total pressures, and 3 stops. Now, in some ways, you look at that and think that's great. Some ways, you can also look and say, okay, in the last 2 games, he's got 1 sack, or no sacks, and then he's got just the 2 total pressures. But still, I understand how important he is, and he's forcing the offensive line to plan for him, which makes a very interesting thing, especially when you talk about a team as good as the Buffalo Bills. With all this being said, I want to throw a question out to you and kind of see what you're feeling. What is your confidence level in the Patriots team heading into their Sunday Night Football matchup versus the Buffalo Bills? I want you to scale it in the comment section. If you think the Bills, or if you think you're excited, you think that your confidence is still high, even if Milton Williams is not able to go, that's a 10 for confidence. If you're a little concerned, if you're thinking, we had a great game against the Panthers, but I think it could all come crashing down, then that's going to be a 1. If you're still at the end of the video and you're watching, go down there. Let me know what your confidence rating is in the New England Patriots. I'd really, really appreciate it. But for now, we really do appreciate you, and we really do thank you for all the support, and we'll see you next time here on Patriots Digest. But for now, peace out.